Hello, I'm Ray.
And I'm Jenny, and we're Weber Family Reviews.
And we're going to continue our primarily two-player. So these are all the games, rankings, of the games that we own that are primarily two-player. Either they are two-player or two teams, or they are just two-player. That's what you got. And we have a number of things, and we decided, actually you brought this up, and I thought it was a good idea, that I will guess where her stuff is. And we weren't allowed to use miniatures games because that would be my entire list. So, my 19 is 1775 Rebellion.
I put that at 19 for you. I got exactly right. Good job, me.
Well done.
Yeah.
It is one of the Academy Games Birth of America series. Works very much like Risk, dice-based combat, but you're using cards to do specific actions. And I actually thought that one had some of the most unique stuff. You can get, if I remember correctly, you can get the Haitians or the French or...
You bring in different things, because obviously it's the Americans versus the British. And it is, and it very much depends on what cards come into play and what comes... And you can play it, we've actually played this team play, because you could play as two-player... There's two factions of the Americans. There's the like colonial guard, and then there's the actual like army. There's the and then there's just two part of the British as well. And so you have these two parts, and obviously you could do them with four in your team working together, but you each control one of them. Yeah. Or you can just, alternate. And it's random the order they go in, and that very much matters, especially when the last round, like it can make or break the war.
Last first is very powerful.
Yeah, so it's a really good one, and they all come with like little teaching booklets. So like if you were looking to homeschool or something and you were teaching this is that it's a very valid teaching piece. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, my 19 is Spirits of the Wild.
Now, I thought Spirits of the Wild would be a bit higher up there, so where did it go? Oh, there it is, 16. So I guess not that far up.
Yeah. Spirits of the Wild's a fun little game. We've given this to a lot.
It was by Mattel.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
And we've given a lot of copies of this away. It's really fast and easy. And it's always a hit whenever we play it.
We bought out Target when they
clearanced it, yeah.
All right, my 18 is Seven Wonders Duel.
And I put that all the way at 33. Some of this, I think, is when I make him play this...
I've had some bad experiences with this one where no resources actually came up for me at all.
This is definitely, we all have games we tend to win, or so. This is one I tend to win.
Yep.
And while he doesn't mind losing, it's frustrating when you can't get any resources, and sometimes definitely I think he falls in that camp. And a lot of it it's random how the cards come out, and there's that, but
it's the best way to do a drafting for two-player. It's great, with the exception of Onetami, but that can be played, or Ohanami.
Ohanami, I think. Yeah. We probably just massacred the Japanese.
I apologize.
We really enjoy Seven Wonders Duel, and I like it a lot. I knew he liked it less. I thought he even liked it less than he did, but I'm glad he likes it more. So,
I do.
And really, we enjoy Seven Wonders, but this is such a great way to play it two players.
Yep.
Now, my 18 is Jaipur, which was lower on his.
I thought it would be around 22. It's not.
It's just a little card game. I think the one thing about Jaipur, and like it kind of falls in the middle, it's a fun little quick game, but there's nothing in it that hugely stands out like, oh my gosh. Like, that's not what it's not going to pop into my head, but if I see it, oh yeah, I want to play that, so.
So, my number 17 is 1960, Making of a President. Let's move that there.
And I put that up at 11 for you.
It's a good one. I honestly, it's very long. And I don't mind long games, but it's long, and it doesn't take... The reason we have this is because the setup is not the same as Twilight Struggle. It plays very well, but I don't know. This one, is longer, and we'll talk about why it's lower later.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's going to be higher on my list.
Yep.
I like all historicals.
All right.
My 17 is Targi.
17.
So you knew again, kind of.
I know you better than you know.
Oh,
me.
I pretty much wait till we get to his top 10. But anyways,
wait till we get to your top 10.
Yeah. So Targi is really cool. You got this grid, and you're trying to kind of make it. It's a fun little game. I think it's really good to.
It's very low luck, and it's worker placement, really.
Yes, it is.
And that's your jam.
It is. I enjoy it, but I think it's something that I tend to forget about, so it's kind of where it falls.
My 2-player game is Memoir for 16 is Memoir 44. Now, I also will lump into this the Fantasy Brother. It's got a little bit different things of Battlelore. It's the same concept. Richard Borg card operation game. I like them both. Memoir 44 and Battlelore. I would probably play Battlelore more than Memoir 44 just because of the scenario. You don't have a set scenario. You build the scenario.
See, but I'd rather have the set scenario.
But other than that, they're equal games and they're fun. I like them a lot.
I put it at 20 for him. See, now I'd rather have the historical.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and I don't want to
either.
have to build my army. See, he likes that because he's a miniature gamer. I don't want to build my army.
But it's fun building your army.
Yeah, no. Okay, my 16 is Star Wars: The Deck Building Game, which is down here, which is a new one for us.
Oh, but it's so much fun.
It's a good game, and it feels very Star Wars. I like that you can only buy from there's the neutrals that either of you can buy from, and then you can each buy for your own faction, but you can attack the other person's faction.
In the card room, before they buy it.
Yes. So, I think there's some really good options.
Yep.
I think it's fun. I like the little powers that the planets give you. I think there's lots of really good pieces to that game. I think they did a really good job with it.
And Star Wars, the deck building, I think I had it a lot lower. Yeah, no, not a lot lower. 19.
No, 16, so you weren't too powerful.
So my 15 is the last of the Birth of series. It's the Birth of Europe, and I don't think they put out another one.
I don't think they did.
878 Vikings. That one has a lot more going to it. You bring in armies. So you've got a lot of different cards that allow you to do things. You get different allies. You get a leader that leads your armies that are all based off the historical leaders. So it's really cool. I like that one.
The way the Vikings come in is really because you have to they have to come in for the thing, and they come in units. Like they're compared to the other three, they really upped the amount of stuff and complexity. Like you could teach the first three to almost anyone really quickly if they had some gaming knowledge.
If you played Risk, I can teach you any of those without a
Whereas
problem.
878 is okay. There's more of a rules intro, and they do not have good rule books. Oh, the one thing about Academy Games is their rule books
suck. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to really sucky rule books, but that's the biggest problem.
Where'd you think 878 was going?
I put it at 22.
That's not bad.
No. That's the biggest problem. And they're like subsections. It's like reading one of his miniature wargaming books.
No, those are better organized.
Probably. So, like Academy Games, if you're listening, you need to fix your rule books. Pay Rodney Smith to rewrite them for you.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay, what number are
15.
15, Patchwork. And I really like Patchwork, except
Table Hog.
Table Hog and the quilt's ugly. I'm sorry.
That enrages you.
It does. It does. I don't think ugly quilts should beat over pretty quilts, but it's all about that point grab, and so sometimes ugly wins the game, and it frustrates me. So we all have our issues.
And you had, I thought that was going to be higher. 18. No.
You're pretty good.
Pretty close, but that's lower. Man. All right. So I am on 14 is Star Wars Risk. We talked about it last video. I really like Star Wars Risk. It plays as if you're playing the final battle of Return of the Jedi. It's fun. You're playing cards to move units or do things like blow up the generator or have Luke fight Vader. And if you defeat Vader, you get more cards. If Vader kills Luke, you get more cards. You do stuff that round.
Redeeming Vader?
Redeeming Vader gives you lots of cards. The Emperor can electrocute Luke. It gets ugly. It's fun. So, and it is a quick, fun game.
I had that all laid out in 24 for you.
Yeah.
So, I was wrong there. Okay, my 14 was Glasgow.
My 13, I figured that was 13 for you. Glasgow is a great game. Here we go.
Yeah. This is another table hog, though. You have to make this big circle.
It is not that big.
Well, no, but still.
Compared to half of these.
Well, compared
beautiful.
to Patchwork, yeah.
Patchwork and
the idea is it's representing the river. And you're moving around. You can go as far as you want, but it's all about, what are you giving up to the other person? Where are they? What are you trying to do?
They have to catch up to you.
Yeah.
Until they pass you, you keep going.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely a...
There's actions, you're picking your action, but then it stops. So, it's giving me a flash that it's going to stop recording. So, that's not good. My 13 is Targi.
Which we already talked about. And my 13 is 1754, which is right here. And I think that one for me is just simply the one we played the least of. So
Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg World War II in 20 minutes. That's 12. And
my 12 is One Small Step. Now this is the one.
Awful rule book.
This is like the
thing it is a great game.
Every time we play it, once we get into it, and once we figured out the rules again, we're like, oh my god, we love this game, both of us. But then every time we sit down to play it, we're like, oh, we have to look at this rule book and we have to figure out the rules, and we get so frustrated.
Yep.
And there's no good videos on it.
No.
But like, it's an awesome game, and it definitely feels like the space race, and so many cool things.
So my 11 is 13 Days. We talked about it. I enjoy it.
My 11 is Starship Catan, which we've also talked about. It's not Catan.
All right, we're going to do 10, and then we're going to stop. My 10 is Battle of Five Armies, which is a great game, and you can...
I put that for 6 for him. Yeah, he does like, and that's the shorter, faster one of them. My 10 is Rivals for Catan, which I enjoy, and he put that at 12 for me, so he was pretty close.
We're pretty close. We're pretty good.
My only problem with Rivals is the amount of table space it takes, but I like it. It's kind of cool. It feels like Catan, but it's definitely got a little bit different, so it works. It's a good 2-player variation.
So that was the next 10 of the 10. We'll catch you later.
Yep.
We got 10 more to go.
Yep.
All right. Or 9 more to go, actually.
9 more, 1 through 9.
All right. Happy gaming.